Hello everyone, welcome to the Big Code Podcast show. This particular episode, we're looking at the FIFA 2026 World Cup performance so far. This competition started since June and we are almost at the end. I think it's important for us to come together to, look at some performances and certain things that happened this World Cup. There are some never seen things before that happened at this World Cup. In fact, let's even start from this particular football that you can see right here. This is like the first time we are seeing this ball that they have called the Triona. Chinese 3, now this flag, right? And that's because you have three countries who are hosting: Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. And you can also see that there are three colors: green, blue, and red. So you can see that you're in for a good one. So I have three wonderful young men here who are going to tell us their names and the country's jersey they're wearing. So I'll start from my far right. Please, your name and the country you're representing.
Yeah, so I go by the name of Swan, and I'm representing the prestigious Spain.
You are too proud.
Alright, man, it's a lot of us. Yes, I'm representing Germany, the German Manchester.
As you can see, by the 3 stars, you shall know them. My name is Olatunde. I'm representing the 3 times world champion, soon to be 4-time world champion, Argentina. Thank you very much.
I'm wearing the blue jersey. My name is Torisha, and I'm your host for this particular podcast. I'm wearing the blue jersey representing Japan called the Samurai Blue. Now, the story behind this jersey is one that you need to check out. You would recall that the Japanese flag doesn't have the blue color, but they started using this blue jersey because the very first thing that represented Japan came from Imperial University, and they wore a light blue jersey and they won. And so they believe that the samurai protected them, and blue means loyalty. And since then, they've adopted this color as their jersey, and they are called the Samurai Blue. So let's get started. I would not want to take too much of your time because I have a lot to discuss and a lot to talk about. We've seen so many teams. I think there are about 60-something teams in this World Cup, or 40-something. I can't recall now. 48 teams, and we are down to the round, at the time of shifting this point, we're down to the round of 8, if I'm correct, quarterfinals. So let me ask you, Olatunde, which team has entertained you the most?
For me, Argentina has entertained me the most.
Because you're wearing Argentina jersey.
And this is because people always say Argentina is being backed by this or that. But then, we've shown resilience. We've not lost a single match in the entire competition so far. We've beaten everybody black and blue. And so far, we are willing to beat either England or Switzerland, whichever team is coming from. We're going to the final. We're going to make this 4 stars. By the time we are done with this World Cup, we're going to win it. And I'm going to show you that Argentina is number 1 team in this world that is, really doing a lot to win this competition. So they're the ones that have surprised me the most.
So just before we move on, because you mentioned Argentina, is there something unique about their jersey?
Well, so Argentina has won the World Cup 3 times. They won it in 1976. They won 1978, then they won it in 1986, and then in 2022. Now, out of these 3 World Cups, they've won different shades of blue. Now, the 4th World Cup, which they are going to win now, which is this one they're wearing.
You are so sure.
This one I'm wearing now, I'm going to definitely on this one.
You need like this.
I don't really like So what you're saying that
But I'm out of energy.
So they are coming to meet us.
What you're saying now is the gradients of blue coming from the 3 different World Cups they've won.
Okay.
That is the light sky blue, another deep sky blue, another sky blue, or another gradient. So combine into one.
Oh.
And that's what you're saying. So it's more, alias is more resonating with the culture.
He doesn't guarantee anything, right?
Bro, we shall see.
Okay. Let's not fight about things. Usman, you represent Spain.
Yes.
And we're seeing some kind of surprises from the Spanish team thus far. Are you able to say that this has been your best World Cup in recent years?
It's not our best because we haven't won it yet, but we are going to win it, so it's going to be our best.
Okay, so we'll take the Spanish team out of the conversation. Let's look at the competition as a whole. Which World Cup has been your best in recent years and why?
This World Cup is different because of the additional countries in it. 48 teams, as you said, and the group stages has been entertaining. Cape Verde is surprised everybody against
And the government.
We show them why we are still the boss. No matter how you try as an apprentice,
So there was
boss
statement I had.
is still the boss.
So there was a statement I had that the bar was so good, but they played the champions.
Wow.
Forget that thing. The boss is always the boss. I said, France tried it last World Cup, and
So that's why I said
Mbappe scored a trick, but yet France show why you are still the boss.
Okay, I like that we're here now because I'm going to come to you, Olami Posi. Germany is out.
Yes, unfortunately.
So what has been your biggest surprise at this tournament so far?
So for me, first thing is not that I'm so surprised, but for 9 African teams to qualify to the next round, I mean, I was so proud of Africa to do that. And again, you can see at this point in time, we have only just one left. Unfortunately, again, but for me, my biggest surprise would be that 9 African teams qualified because from history-wise, Africans still always knocked out in the first place. I was so happy. It was a big achievement for us as continent as a whole for 9 out of 10 to qualify. So yeah, it was quite surprising. It was very happy. It was a very good moment for us. Not that a surprise was
But
bad.
I think the new format of the World Cup favored the African countries.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying African countries qualify, you are looking at the best third. Most of them qualified by best third and stuff.
I mean, actually got to like Cabo Verde if that's the I think for me, the surprise team or the team that I was surprised to see at the World Cup was Curacao. Even though they didn't last.
Wow.
Yeah, forgotten Curacao. Can you imagine? Still life.
No, so we didn't forget about them. Just that Ivan has been so exceptional that I said, oh, that day on the line night.
I mean, Curacao had they went with 0 points, right? But I think that for every debutant at the World Cup, it's a challenge that they can actually do it. If this format is maintained, I think that we're going to see more debutants coming up in the next World Cup. I think that my jersey is the best looking jersey at the World Cup. I mean, you can spot the color anywhere you are. The blue is, for lack of a better word, is bluing, right? And I like the combination. I like the stripes, and I like where the badge is as well. Most jerseys have their badges either to the left or the right,
To the left, where your heart is.
where your heart is, But this one, the heart is okay. It's here. But you talk about loyalty, you talk about it from the center of your chest. I don't know about the rest of you, but I mean, we're not arguing this. I'm not asking for your opinion. This is the best I can just. I did not ask for your opinion.
I wanted to buttress your
Oh,
point.
yeah, no choice.
There was a time Ashake came to one of our stores on the island, which is Lekki store,
Yeah.
and I think he got the Japanese jersey and it was so good on him. So
Yeah.
you have a point. You have a
Exactly. Thank
And
you very
then
much.
for best jersey, you can not
It's okay.
They talk about So for best jersey, I was bro, what's your team? Germany and Japan. You guys can fight for.
No, I'm not fighting.
So again, it's very, very hard to choose because Adidas produced this jersey. So I mean,
Well, in the end, beyond the jersey, even the character of the Japanese supporters and footballers is top notch. I mean, we all read and watched how they clean the stadium. Everything is a culture. So tell me why the jersey will be the best. Anyways, we move on.
I think I'm going to get one Japanese jersey.
You should. We've seen fantastic goalkeeping at this World Cup. I mean, it seems like this World Cup is a World Cup for goalkeepers coming to sell themselves. So I'll quickly take your thoughts. As it stands, or let's look at the competition from the very beginning, who would you say has been the best goalkeeper so far? Let's forget whether the team has gone out or not. Let's look at the actions during the competition of who would you say is your best goalkeeper? Let's start with Posse.
obviously it has to be the Cayman goalkeeper. Woodman, correct? Botina. So simply from his followers, people follow him because of his performance. And again, he has seen that recognition after how many years of football. So it's for me so far in terms of goalkeeping, has the best performance in this competition.
It has a debate actually. It has a debate. He Bosnia really proved himself and I think he now has a new club.
Inter Miami.
Inter Miami.
I saw it.
Is it?
I saw a post.
But we've not confirmed
It's a
it. But
rumor.
I saw a picture with him signing with Inter Miami.
Yeah, but
Another Adidas.
I'm waiting for here you go.
Yeah, we all see where he go. Usman, who would you say is your best goalkeeper thus far?
Unfortunately for the Cape Verde goalkeeper, I really don't know his name.
Because yeah,
It has to be Unai Simon.
Mm.
Because he has the most clean sheets in this competition so far. So, I mean, based on statistics,
Yeah.
the best performance so far, based on clean sheets, he's wearing his
Spanish
Spanish
dollar
badge.
supporting the team and because the same Brazilian helped Spain.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
You try is very
So let's say Latin.
So for me, I was about to say Unai Simon. Why? Because it's not easy for you to even bench the Premier League golden glove goalkeeper of the season,
Right.
which is a
Also, that was based on fact that I think
That was social reference, but
coach
Coach-
preference.
when the coach says
The defenders were very good. His own preference, the defenders were very good, so they were shading Raya kind of. That was direct. Even though I don't believe that.
and I think right from time, right from time, the Spanish head coach has always preferred Unai Simon. Even the years where Raya wasn't top notch.
yeah.
And if you look at how he arranges his team play, we can't take it away from Unai Simon. He's been fantastic, no doubt. I mean, in the end, we want to talk about goalkeepers, I talk about data, statistics. He has clean sheet, like he's not considered any goal thus far.
Because he currently holds
Sure.
the current record for the keeper with the longest minutes.
Yeah, this fight
Longest matches. So
and
up till now,
In the World
in
Cup.
fact, I think Spain is a team to watch out for, but I think they're going to crash out very soon.
well, if
They don't bet Argentina, they don't bet to go.
we're over there, and I think we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, for me, I'll go with Simon as well because
Why people need to respect Bosnia for it?
no, we respect Bosnia.
So again, my own sorry, just got to show my own argument. I'm not even arguing, but why I'm choosing is because it was not known.
Yeah.
At all.
Nobody knew him, and he came.
It's a superstar.
And I think
Social media.
So I mean, it's kind of performance that I give somebody.
Anyways, maybe people can send us okay, bread. Let's go and see what's happening there.
Yeah. I need to see something in Game that is different from.
I don't know what you're talking about. So leaving goalkeepers, let's look at the entire 11 players or maybe the substitutes. If there's one player that you would love your club to sign at the end of this World Cup, who would that be?
Okay, so speaking for my side, I'm a Manchester United fan. A proud Manchester United fan. And if I'm looking at one player, it's be Tchouaméni.
All of a sudden,
Tchouaméni, yes, because
Wow.
he's a double pivot in the France team, and also he's just had the injury crisis just for 4 days. I'm sure he's going to play their next match, but he's a very important player and a double pivot in that young midfield. I mean, if you watch France's match, they've controlled the midfield of
interesting.
no matter regardless of the opponent.
So I support FC Barcelona, and for people that left in Barcelona, we are midfield centric, meaning that nice build up this out in midfield. So our purpose more. So there's a particular player that plays for Morocco. He wears in Chelsea. That guy is. I mean,
Fire.
He's just 18 years old.
I wouldn't know his name. I don't know if
Wow,
he came
what's
out
his
to
name?
but I want him in my midfield. So think of it about it this way. I mean, he's more like a box-to-box midfielder. I mean that he can
Correct.
go back and he can push more forward. And he's such players. Frankie is playing that for me. Presently, I don't mind. He's doing very well, but I wouldn't mind adding that boy. He's a young kid. He's a youngster. That's the future.
Yes.
Working alongside with Yama, I want a team of youngsters. I have youngsters, but I want more. So that guy is a very good addition for my midfield, and I'm very sure I'm going to get Madrid Goyera.
Okay.
So for me, there are two changes that I want to make from this World Cup. Number one change is I'm a Chelsea fan. I want Chelsea to do everything possible to keep Enzo Fernandez.
He's gone.
Everybody's beating left and right. Please, keep my boy alone, my star boy alone. So I want us to keep Enzo Fernandez, right? But then there's a particular player that I want desperately in my team. Cucurella is gone to Real Madrid. I want Cucurella to be replaced with Nuno Mendes. By all means, please.
We have the money.
We have the money. If you're doing this, just bring the money right back.
Okay.
We need
So, interestingly, two of you have picked the player that I would love Arsenal to get. I want Guardiola at Arsenal. And I also want Nuno Mendes. Because,
Arsenal.
for God's sake, what was that guy doing at the back? Like, the guy strangled Yamal. Like,
There's no way for your power.
like, it was until he was taken out that Yamal was able to breathe.
He was injured.
Yeah, Yamal was able to breathe. But while he was there, it was clear
No
that
way for your
there
power.
was no way. You know,
So
that there was no way. You know, but then again, I like Wadi. I mean, like, as this guy said, the guy has the speed, he has the, like, let's not go far. But yeah, I hope that Ateta call me. I can Ateta and Beta call me. I can tell you how to do it. All right. We've seen fantastic games, and we've seen international competitions. I mean, whether on regional level, you have CONCACAF, you have the UEFA and the likes. Would you say? We just talk about this quickly. Would you say international football is becoming more competitive, or does it look like the legends are still the one there? Let me start with that.
Okay, so international football has become very much competitive. So we used to have international football being dominated by a particular set of players for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But now that era is over.
Mm-hmm.
We now have even Messi is still showing all the efforts. But then we used to have World Cups whereby the highest goal scorer is only 6 goal scorer. Let's say all these Falcao, they only have 6 goals, 5 goals. Now we have, even at the round of 16, we already have 7 goals each for Mbappe, Besic, There's also an Harry who is also coming.
It's coming up.
Behind, locking behind.
So, and again, has a lot of surprises to prove because that guy is a fantastic
So he's a
footballer.
complete striker.
Yeah,
And
and wanted to mention that Harry Kane wears a Skechers boots, and that's a very, very amazing. It's part of our. But I can tell you for a fact that so far it's not like it used to be where there's dominance. The dominance is everywhere now. We have teams coming up. No one is able to play for anybody. We can never believe that the debutants will give
World champions.
a world champion. They gave me a rush for a world. Egypt was giving me a 2-0 as a, because of the legacy we have and we never thought we would get to that point. Because I think that it's now different from what it used to be.
Okay, so let me come to Posse. Okay. At B Code, we have Adidas, Skechers, Reebok. I've seen some countries that have different kits and all. But let's look at the kit as a whole. I mean, here we have this board. Adidas is like the headline sponsor for this World Cup, and like Olatide mentioned, Harry Kane wears the Skechers. That's the only player that I know at the moment that wears the Skechers boots. So outside of within this particular brands, which kits would you say deserves the jersey of the tournament?
Okay, obviously, from what I'm putting on, that's usually the German machine. So, again, no, so let me explain why. It's a blend of their colors. So, I love simplicity and I love it being dependent in culture. So, this represents.
What is simplicity now?
Again, so can I just explain my
Okay.
So this is yellow, red, and black is the national colors we represented on it. And the way it was made transcribed in kind of a design. I just love it.
Yeah.
See this diamond in between and see the 4 stars in between as well. So if you look at over the years, German has not been produced, even from their training kits, it's more like a casual jersey, a casual way that you can wear out. So for me, Germans are very, very, they're very, very creative with their jersey. The way they bring it out, the way it comes out, I do enjoy it. I love them. That's why I'm putting up one. I love it.
Interesting.
So for
just to let you know that these jerseys are available, and it's important that you go to our website or walk into any of our stores and you can get them, at very affordable original jerseys. We don't do fake.
That's something to say.
Yes.
Please. I'm in love with all these jerseys. Is it possible for me to have one? Please, I know I'm a loyal Messi fan.
Yes.
But is it possible for me to get more than one jersey? Because this jersey I'm saying, I would like to have this, have that, have this, have that. Well,
You
but is
can,
it possible for me to have multiple jerseys at the same time? Because
you can have one. I mean,
because
you can
I
have
mean,
one.
that's the goal.
these other jerseys
That's
are amazing. I think for this tournament, something we've seen so far. In fact, Mexico's jersey too is another an Argentina jersey. Even Italy, they didn't go to World Cup.
Yeah.
So I think generally, Adidas has this standout make for national federation jerseys. Always stand out.
So I'm sure my producer would display the jerseys, at the end, so I can see the beauty that comes from this jersey. All right, let's settle this issue now. Before we started, we were discussing if Norway was going to win or who was going to take the World Cup. But first off, I'm going to take your predictions. Which teams will qualify for the finals? Let me start with Usman.
I'm pro-African, so Morocco all the way.
You think Morocco gets the finals?
Definitely, because the last competition, the last World Cup, they got to the semi-finals, and this World Cup, they are proving.
Who are they getting next?
They are playing France.
They should both teams have speed, so to speak. So
and they both play beautiful football, attacking football.
okay,
I believe Morocco can pull, their strengths in the finals.
okay, let's see. What's it?
So that'll be Morocco.
I'm saying with your full chest.
Oh yeah, oh.
Yeah, team brackets. Yeah, team brackets.
And so I'll give it to you now.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so again, I'm African as well. I would have supported, or I would love to support Morocco, but based on statistics, France met with Morocco last World Cup. France won the game. So far this season, France has been amazing. That attack is critical. I see that attack coming in, we just have to be very, very ready for them. So again, I will put my hopes on my bet on France to qualify for that final.
So looking at France, who?
France, Argentina.
France, Argentina.
Yes.
Amen.
So what I'm saying a repeat of France, Argentina once again. So because we've had history of some national team having a particular role, like Brazil one time they were winning.
Yeah.
So Brazil is has won World Cup back to back.
Then,
Yes, then.
That generation.
Yes, but then so this time around we have seen the same track record in France. 2018 they were at the final. 2022 they were at the final. In this tournament so far, they are still the best team, right? So I'm predicting that France will get to the final, Argentina will get to the final, and this time around I'm thinking Messi. I'm believing Messi will have the second World Cup,
Okay.
which will cement him as the GOAT status.
I think you all have a point. What I would have gone from Morocco, but I have a concern with African team management.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a whole lot that needs to be done with being able to maintain the momentum
Yeah,
and keep up with the pressure. From 70 minutes plus, and the moment they just concede a goal, the defense seems to scatter. And then, so I'm seeing a France-Argentina final again. But I'll come back to answer who I think is going to win. We've seen fantastic players. And there's something was introduced this year called the Legacy Badge. That we'll see on some is not there. See some badges. So who do you think which player do you think has defined this World Cup? Whether a newbie or an oldie?
Wow.
Let me start with the Latin day. And we don't mention Messi.
Okay, I will not mention Messi, right? I will not mention Messi. But so far, there's a particular player that has the most goals in World Cup history. I don't know if his name is Messi. I will not mention Messi, but so far, there's a particular player who has
tired of you.
8 goals at 39 years of age. I will not mention Messi.
Just mention already.
There's a particular player.
Just mention. Can you understand?
There's a particular player that, despite the fact that he has lost penalties, at his old age, he's still chasing all this small, all this Mbappe, all this Lamine Yamal. Who's your?
It's okay. Just mention. Okay, it's fine. Mention the name. It's okay. Mention.
His name is Lionel Messi.
Okay, thank you. How are you, man?
It has to be Mbappe. Mbappe is giving this Messi a run for his money. I mean, Mbappe is still young and keeps on performing. For every World Cup, he turns up. He turns up and he pulls like the weight for the show and he gives us a very spectacular performance. That's Mbappe.
How about you?
We should put it.
I just have to go with the challenge Haaland. And why? Haaland team is quite different.
Underdog.
It's very underdog. If you look at Norway, nobody would have played with such team. They are just playing as a team, not that they are individual players.
The almighty.
So for me, it came up when Netherlands and when Norway needed it the most. With those two crucial goals. So if you look at the first goal, I was looking at him more like Messi. He was just walking blankly. I was angry as Gabriel because Gabriel the man come for Premier League. You know Alan better.
Yes.
You know he has that pace, he has that strength.
Yes.
What he could have done is be in front of him so he could commit a foul. But then Alan to just be Alan. For me, if he was in the French team, he would score goals definitely. He's a poacher.
Yeah.
Don't think individual, he will score goals if you look at it. But for such a team as Norway, and he's still delivering, for me, Alan has been a man of the tournament. He has impressed me.
Interesting. Well, rumor has it that Gabriel and Haaland have a relationship, and that Saliba is the one who is able to hold Haaland even in the Arsenal team and not Gabriel. But I think I am tempted to go with Haaland, and interesting. I mean, I won't lie. The three players that you all have mentioned have a whole lot coming for them. I mean, this is Messi's last World Cup. Mbappe is going to outshine him.
Yes.
Even I'm very confident that in the next game, Mbappe would
At least 2 goals.
score at least 2 goals, definitely, right? But I see Haaland as that player that you cannot predict. He strolls around, So I read something where I don't know how true it is, where he was being interviewed and were like, you should compare his teammate Rodri with Odegaard and how passes get to. And I was saying that look that in the Norwegian team, that Odegaard, I doesn't know how Odegaard knows where he is without even looking up, and his passes get to him. So he's that player that you can't overmark Haaland. He has a way of, despite his height, and his build, he has a way of outsmarting you. And so for me, he has impressed me, and I see him as a great
Can
outsider.
I just mention one more thing? What you said.
Yeah, that's another player. But I've had my respect for this because his ability. If you remember when Cristiano Ronaldo started playing as a winger,
Correct.
he would take the ball to the touchline and would run with the ball. That's the only set place.
Yes.
Like he does wonders at the touchline. He's also one player. It's unfortunate. No, he's still playing.
He's still playing.
Yeah, France.
The highest has been so far in this competition.
Yeah,
Wow.
also to mention, I think Real Madrid wanted to sign Jose.
Yeah.
Bayern told them to
Don't bother.
don't bother.
Break the band, don't worry.
So that's something that indispensable to the team.
To the
Yeah,
team.
I feel like he's the, it's because of the fair that he's not with police. No, it's football.
Yeah.
I think it's his personality.
His personality is very good. He doesn't
Yeah.
care. He just wants to enjoy football.
But unpopular opinion, even though it's not what talk, I think that Daniela should go to Real Madrid. Unpopular opinion.
I don't think so.
Imagine so we have Mbappe and for the sake of rivalry, I think we need to have them in different teams.
Definitely.
Because we have only been comparing Mbappe versus
So if now Mbappe and your team, who will take the penalty?
Haaland. No, I saw Mbappe when you tell me we see
Can't switch around.
Okay, let's come back to let's come back home. As we need to wrap this one.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, who do you think your golden boot winner is? Like, at the moment we have Messi on 8, we have Haaland and Mbappe on 7, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Freddy's coming from behind. So who do you think will be the golden boot winner?
Let me start. So this year's golden boot is called the Adidas Golden Boot, and it's going to be given to no other person than the Adidas footballer itself. The goat of all international football, club football, national football, any kind of football you want to play. His name is Lionel Messi. Now, this essential because at this stage already, this guy has at 30 years old, he has 8 goals. We still have 2 more games to get to the final.
Yeah.
Right? There's tendency that there's going to be a penalty in every Argentina game. and he's only penalty taker.
Not people. You
Yes.
understand? The
But
difference-
let's assume Spain and Kevat play final, and then Kevat eventually won.
They played in the group.
They eventually won. Yeah. Who would they still give the golden glove to?
If they play the final.
If they play a final,
And who won?
yes. No. If Kevat could win the World Cup,
If they win the World Cup,
Yes.
they can give us now. What are you saying?
how
He won the World Cup.
because clean sheet.
What are you saying? Value was
Your KPI, the goalkeeper.
Yes.
It's clean sheet.
Your KPI as a team is to win the trophy.
So are you
As a goalkeeper now.
Are you saying?
So you help your team win the trophy.
So are you saying if Arsenal had not won the EPL, the Golden Glove would have gone to Raya?
No. So even if Arsenal didn't win, right, and Raya had the most clean sheet, it will still be right.
So I brought that up
Yeah.
to buttress his point.
Yeah.
That in the end, it's not about who wins the trophy when it comes to the Golden Glove. It's about who has the clearest sheet.
It's not about shot the target, it's about goal.
Exactly.
So
It's not about assist. It's not about shots on target.
Again, what's the point of having the clean sheet and not winning?
So
So again, sorry, and again for Bozina, if the impact he has made, he probably did not cast it and be very significant. For me, he deserves it. So come to situations of example, let me use for Premier League last season, just Arsenal West Ham team. Imagine that scene that Raya made. It was very, very crucial in deciding their title. So in such scenarios, I think it was a 1-1. He has already considered a goal. But he made that thing scene just to ensure that
My
he
brother,
still progress.
big respect.
So for me,
big
big respect to Bozina, definitely. But if they want to get to the final,
Yes.
regardless of number of finishes, even though it's a goal difference or 2 goal difference, for him to have impacted his team to winning that trophy, please.
Possible.
So guys, we've talked about Golden Boot, we've talked about Golden Glove, we've talked about teams and all. Let's talk about the coaches. Is there any coach that you are beefing? That you have the opportunity to sit with, you want to tell that coach a reminder of your own, and what we tell you, coach Olatunde?
I will go with what was the actually Martinez. Roberto Martinez.
What's that?
So of Portugal, yes. The last World Cup, we had the golden generation of the Belgium team,
Yeah.
right? Where we have my favorite footballer, Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
And then we have all the fine Belgian players that were ready to rule the world. They beat Brazil, blue, black, and everything. They ended up with bronze eventually. But that was what we call the golden generation of Belgian football.
Yeah.
And then the guy wasted their effort. Now this guy is here again with Portugal. This year, lucky everybody was rooting for, the whole world was rooting for Ronaldo.
Don't say the whole world.
So I would say, okay, majority of football fans are willing to balance the GOAT debate because the only missing stone
It's the World
in Ronaldo's
Cabinet.
is that World Cup. And then we have a Robert Martin managing the same team. Oh my God. Unfortunately, Ronaldo is
So
out.
sad. That's one country that we seem not to have talked about is Belgium.
They are still in become.
Yeah, the other thing
Yeah.
has actually
Their question of beauty.
improved.
I mean,
That team has actually improved, and you see how they play. I mean, you have a Trossard, you have a Lukaku. They really come.
De Bruyne.
They really come away. So tell me, who is that coach that you want to have a seat and tell your mind of your own?
so again, for me, it has to be at Senegal. So again, more than Senegal is not good. They were very good. But for African Champions League at 2-0 and the 87th minute,
Thank you very much.
you have nothing to do with attacking again. This same thing, I follow Barcelona. This same thing happened to Barcelona in Milan. Please, this is a knockout stage.
Yeah.
There's nothing fancy about this.
Close it up.
Close it up.
Close it.
You are playing Belgium. Belgium is not
87
have attack as France. Just
Yeah.
close up that box.
Defend that too.
And they are paying to defend.
Everybody was supporting Senegal.
Belgium is nowhere near.
It's not because I like you. I'm not eating that life. I had to eat it.
How can you want that?
Well, then I was disappointed. So it's painful.
You know why I'm happy about this conversation.
I mean-
And again, I'll bring it back to club them. Last season, everybody was saying that Arsenal was playing low block, Arsenal was playing around football. I will keep saying it's been easy. It's been easy.
It's a different competition setting and format.
Bro,
This is a
at the end of the day,
is a
at
knockout.
the end of the day, is a
and
team.
in Premier League, it's a league.
At the end of the day, is a team.
In a league, you are meant to be attacking
It
football.
says who?
And in the knockout phase, you are meant to be playing what?
It doesn't matter.
Close it up.
The point is ensure you win. Inter will just win legally.
Obviously,
So if whether you are playing
Arsenal always won legally.
whether you are playing at the league stage or knockout stage, you go like I said. For example, the second goal that is now scored against what was it against Egypt. When you get the ball, take your chances. There's no need trapping.
Yeah.
Get the ball and fire home. And when you are leading, close up. Any ball you get, just shoot it in, shoot it out, doing whatever.
And this football is meant for
See, at the end of the day, okay, leave football is meant, okay, let's come to Champions League. There's knockouts,
Yeah.
right? The goal is you want to progress.
Arsenal did that.
And with the new, I'm sorry, the point I'm making.
They showed that low block cannot win champions.
I get you, no. See, the point is cannot win. It's not letting you
qualify to the next stage.
So the point I'm making.
If you are leading.
So that's where I'm coming to. The point is you need
I did 2 goals and then he lost it.
the point is you need a balance. You need a balance of both.
Yeah.
You need a balance of both. Is knowing when should you adapt to what is on ground. And like I said earlier, that has been the difference between the teams that have progressed and the teams that have gone out. You cannot be leading at 2-0 and then you are throwing every player out to go score more goals.
To do what?
You don't need that. What you need to do is protect the 2 goals that you have with all your life.
So again, I think said that the most dangerous scorer in the football is 2-0.
It's
You can
dangerous.
see what happened between Egypt and
Yeah, it's dangerous because look,
dangerous.
2 goals can
What
go
you is a goal.
at the tweak of an eye.
Yeah.
It's just one goal. And you've seen it happen the moment the opposing team scores one and moves to 2-1.
Of course,
it gives that motivation. They can score, man. It creates tension
For
to the team.
yeah.
And when you score too early in the game, you give yourself more work to do. If you are 2-0 and 50-something minutes, bro, you have about 40 or 50 minutes more to play. God help you that you get a referee that gives you 10 additional minutes. Those 10 additional minutes will seem like 90 minutes because anything can happen. But if you're leading like 4-0, it's in rare cases.
I think that was what the Senegalese.
Yeah, it's in rare cases that you see a team come back from 4-0.
I also to back up your point, I saw a statistics when Argentina was down 2-0 yesterday that in all 13 games that Argentina has been down by 2 goals in a knockout game, they never come back to win. So yesterday was like a
record breaking.
Yeah.
And that tells why Messi was in tears.
Correct.
You know, so people once when that goal came in, everywhere first blow.
It's emotion.
Everywhere first blow. And I say, hey,
Again, I wouldn't say.
is this how I'm
So
going
I
on?
would say, is it experience for African teams? Because African teams have been heavily criticized in this World Cup because they are always conceding. Look at Senegal.
Yes, now.
So should we say is experience? You have not been in a quarterfinal before, or you have not been in a round of 16.
I don't think that's an excuse because
Again,
they're professional.
Again, they're professional. So think of someone that has not played the Champions League final before. Look at someone that's played, or let's say World Cup final.
I think it's mentality.
It's mentality because in such scenario, you've not played it before. If the coach has look at coaches that have played in such scenario.
No.
The mentality then is we want to win.
Yes, now.
You understand? The mentality should be we need to close this up, ramp it up. Even though the coach is not doing, we have players that have been in that situation. Tell your players, have a captain that will be there, ramp this thing up. There's nothing like coming back. I was very angry with Barcelona that time. Even though the coach is not telling you what to do, you people should just be fair.
Are you a Barcelona fan?
Anyways, I think in the end, the lesson here is do what it takes to get to the finish line. I mean, nobody rewards almost there. The only person who gets rewarded is the person who comes out tops. I mean, there is no trophy for second. I mean, at the end of the day, it's who wins the trophy.
Yes, sir.
So if you have silver, bronze, they just keep saying you want silver, but at the end, the winner
Correct.
is always winning. So whatever it is
Which should be
that you are pursuing, Ghana,
So again, this is what makes it the World Cup again.
Exactly.
You have to be the best.
You have to be the best.
That's how you tell them that if you easy, go be now.
Hold on now.
You know easy.
So, viewers, we hope that you have enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah.
These jerseys and the ones that are not on display yet are probably on your screen. They are available on our website. You see it displayed downwards or upwards, wherever it is. Original jerseys, buy them, wear them with pride. Doesn't matter whether you support the team or not. The most important thing is look at how this looks on me.
Yeah.
I'm not Japanese. I mean, I can't just but it looks good on me, you know, and we believe that it also gets this ball as well. I think we have it as well, you know, for those of you who play soccer and some other things. So we hope you enjoy this, you know. Thank you very much, Usman, for being here. Thank you very much, Lucy.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's something.
So, in addition, in this competition, when it comes to football boots analysis, we've scored so far. The goals have been scored have been over 200 goals.
Yeah.
Out of those 200 goals, Adidas boots in terms of Predator F50 copper have scored over 80 goals.
Wow.
That's above every other like others. So they are probably leading the chart when it comes to goals scored. Totally.
So if you're a footballer, that tells you the kind of boots that you should get.
Predator F50 copper. They are the top leading football boots.
It's not an interesting episode so far. If you've not subscribed to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Turn the notification bell so that when new episodes come out, you get notified and you can watch out. You don't want to miss at all.
Just before, because I know I want to come back to this podcast this time. I want to ask everybody because I know you support another team. So I want to know who's doing the last question. I want to drop and who's winning the World Cup again.
Who's winning what?
Who's winning the World Cup? I asked for Spain.
How about you?
Spain, I can't tell you why. Spain has been very pragmatic. I mean, they are the thing with the highest clean sheet so far in this competition, and that tells you why. Tactically, they are playing system. I mean, he says it all. If you are there, you score me.
Okay.
I score you, and I win
Don't
competition.
fight. Don't fight. It's okay. Spain has been. What about you?
Argentina.
What about
We're
you?
giving 4 stars.
They're already out. They're already out.
I don't have to go with that.
Okay. I'm going with France. But in the end, I mean, I'm going with France. But I mean, let's enjoy the game. The most important thing is enjoy the game of football.
Yeah.
It's that game that unites everyone, irrespective of tribe, language, religion, sex, or race.
Yeah.
Right? So have fun, no violence, just enjoy the beautiful game of football.
And make sure you support the best Chelsea.
Well,
Yeah.
bye, Chelsea. So you come your way.
Let's go!